Hello, my name is Rachel, and this is a prenatal Vinyasa class intended for women in their first and second trimesters, women who have a previously established and regular Vinyasa practice. So basically, if you want to continue your Vinyasa practice after becoming pregnant, but it's difficult to go to classes because they're always doing tons of twists and core work and things you're not comfortable doing anymore. This class is for you. This class is not intended for beginners if you're pregnant. If you're not pregnant and you're a beginner, this class would probably be all right. But if you are new, if you're pregnant and you did not have an established Vinyasa practice, I do not recommend this prenatal class for you. So we're going to begin today sitting. So you'll find a blanket and you'll fold your blanket up and sit on the edge of your blanket so that your knees come down slightly lower than your hips. Now take your hands down to your knees. Close your eyes. Begin to press your sitting bones down into the floor and bring a gentle lift into your chest. And this class is going to be focused on opening your shoulders and opening your heart. Because as we start to get heavier in front, it seems like everything gets heavier. We start to roll in. So we're going to work on opening all that area up. We'll begin with a little bit of breath work, bringing some control to your breathing. So begin to breathe in through your nose and then out through your nose. And again, breathe in and out. Keep your jaw and your face soft. Breathe in and breathe out. Now we'll begin to breathe in to the count of 5 and then breathe out to the count of 5. So inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now just let your breath be natural in and out through your nose. Open your eyes. We'll begin now to coordinate in our breath and our movements together. So take an inhale, reach your arms out and up. Bring your palms to meet overhead, fill your lungs. Exhale, take your hands down to your heart center. Now bring the backs of your hands together, and as you inhale, lift your arms up. And as you exhale, reach your arms out and down. Inhale, reach your arms out and up, fill your lungs. Exhale, take your hands down to center. Take the backs of your hands together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach out and down. One more time like that. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, backs of your hands together, reach your arms high. Exhale, reach out and down. Good. Now, interlace your fingers, so your hands are interlaced, and press your palms up toward the ceiling, sit tall. Inhale, stretch your palms up toward the ceiling. Now as you exhale, round your back and press your palms forward. Release your hands. Inhale, open your chest and take your elbows back as if they were going to touch together behind you. And then on your exhale, take your hands, interlace your hands. Inhale, press your palms up. Exhale, round your back, press your palms forward. Inhale, release your hands, open your chest, elbows together behind you. And then exhale, interlace your hands. Inhale, press your palms up, sit up tall. Exhale, round your back, press your palms forward. Inhale, open across your chest. And then exhale, interlace your hands. Inhale, press your palms up. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, interlace your fingers. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then exhale, release. Now take your right hand by your right side. Take your left arm up and then over. Bend your right elbow. We want to feel a stretch on the left side of your body. We don't want to create additional tension in your neck. So if it's comfortable to look up, look up. If it's not comfortable to look up, you can look straight, or you can look down, or just let your head dangle. Stretch the left side of your body. Inhale, rise up, switch sides. Left hand down, right arm high, inhale. And as you exhale, bend your left elbow, reach your right arm overhead. You can look up, straight, or down. Stretch through your right fingers. Feel the skin on the right side of your body stretching. Inhale, rise up. Now take your arms out to the sides like 90-degree angles. And take your right elbow underneath your left, hook your elbow under your left, and either bring the backs of your hands together or bring your palms together for your eagle arms. Press your forearms forward and widen your shoulder blades. Now drop your shoulders down. And breathe into your upper back. Inhale, lift your elbows high. Curl your heart up and back. And then as you exhale, take your elbows towards your belly button and round your upper back. Inhale, lift your elbows high, curl up and back. Exhale, round your spine. Take your elbows towards your belly button. One more time. Inhale, lift up and back. Exhale, round your back. Now inhale, unwind your arms. Exhale, left elbow under your right. Hook your elbows once or twice. Press your forearms forward and drop your shoulders down. Stretch that place between your shoulder blades and your upper back. You'll also feel a good stretch on your right shoulder. Inhale, lift your elbows high, curl your heart up and back. Exhale, take your elbows low towards your belly button, round your upper back. Inhale, lift up and back, get a back bend in the upper part of your spine. Exhale, round, bring your elbows towards your belly button. One more time, inhale, lift up and back. Exhale, round. Now inhale, unwind your arms. Take your right arm up, okay, and bend your right elbow, giving yourself a pat on the back. Take your left arm out, roll your left shoulder forward, turn your palm back behind you and your left thumb down, and then bring the back of your left hand towards your right shoulder blade. Okay, and then you might stay here, or you might join your hands. And if your hands don't join all the way, if you can't clasp your hands, your fingers, use a strap of some kind, a yoga strap, a belt, a scarf, a necktie, any of those things. A towel will work, and you'll just hold your towel in your right hand, and then bring your hands as close together as you can with your left. So cow face arms. Inhale, and as you exhale, release. Now take your left arm up, bend your left elbow, patting yourself on the back. Take your right arm out, roll your right shoulder forward, turn your thumb down, turn your palm back, and bring the back of your right hand to your left shoulder blade, and maybe join your fingers. Maybe you use a strap to join your hands together. And sit up as tall as you can. If you find yourself puffing your ribs out, take your front ribs back to bring a little restraint and neutral alignment in your spine. Inhale, and as you exhale, release the clasp of your hands. Now take both hands behind you to your low back, interlace your fingers, and give yourself a little bunny tail. Take your shoulders back, and take your elbows back towards each other, and then begin to straighten your arms, reaching your knuckles down and back toward the floor. Lift and widen your chest. Breathe now into the fronts of your shoulders. Inhale, and then exhale, release. Switch the clasp of your hands. Inhale, take your shoulders back, take your elbows back, lift your chest, reach your knuckles down and back. Take your front ribs in so that your spine is supported. Breathe into the fronts of your shoulders. Inhale, and as you exhale, release the clasp of your hands. Now take your blanket out from underneath you. You can set it aside. We'll come now onto hands and knees. Tuck your toes under and lift your hips up and back for your downward facing dog. Spread your fingers out. Ground into your hands, make your entire hand strong. You're going to roll your upper arms outward so that your biceps are facing toward the front of your mat, your triceps facing toward the back of the mat. It'll feel sort of like you're hollowing out your armpits. And then if it feels nice to move a little bit here, bending and straightening your legs, then do that. You'll have your feet wider apart to make room for your belly if it has grown big enough to get in your way. Then inhale, bend your knees and look towards your hands. And as you exhale, walk your feet to your hands. Again, if your belly is in the way, you'll have your feet wider apart so that you're not compressing your belly. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine, grounding your hands either into the floor or into your legs. And as you exhale, fold in and bring your chest towards your legs. Inhale, rise all the way up, reach out and up, bring your palms to meet overhead. And as you exhale, fold toward the floor. Inhale, lengthen your spine, stretch your chest forward. And as you exhale, fold, bring your chest towards your legs. Inhale all the way up, reach out and up, bring your palms together, stretch your body tall. Exhale, fold toward the floor. Inhale, lengthen your spine, curl your heart forward. Exhale, take your hands down, step your feet back to a plank. And you might take full plank with your knees up. However, you may find that you're not comfortable doing full planks anymore. And if that's the case, you'll drop your knees straight down. Take an inhale in your plank, reach your heart forward, gently draw your belly back. And then exhale, bend your elbows, lower halfway to the floor. Inhale, straighten your arms. Exhale, downward facing dog. So that's one option for a vinyasa, is to skip the back bend altogether in cobra or up dog. We'll go through other options in just a moment. Inhale, bend your knees, look towards your hands. Exhale, take your feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, reach out and up. Exhale, fold toward the floor. Inhale, lengthen your spine, reach your inner thighs back. Exhale, step back to a plank. With your knees up or down, inhale in your plank. As you exhale, bend your elbows, lower halfway to the floor, chest and belly at the same height. And then inhale, drop your hips, roll your shoulders back. Your belly does not contact the floor. Exhale, downward facing dog. And that was our modified cobra variation. You want to make sure both that you're not squashing your belly by coming all the way down to the floor, and that you're not overstretching through your belly. So if it feels like an uncomfortable stretch in your belly, that's probably too far. You also want to make sure you're not compressing in your lower back. And so if you take a back bend, keep all those things in mind. Inhale, bend your knees, look towards your hands. Exhale your feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold. Now bend your knees, feet out wide, hips distance apart or even a little wider. And then lift your chest and your arms, chair pose. You want to keep a neutral spine in your chair pose. And now engage the muscles of your legs, so squeeze your leg muscles. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back to your plank. Knees up or down, inhale in your plank. Exhale, bend your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or straight back up. Exhale, downward facing dog. And this time from your downward facing dog, step your right foot forward all the way between your hands and bring your left heel down. Bend your right leg. Inhale, lift up, warrior one. And over time, you will shorten the stance of your the space between your feet in these poses. So really pay attention to what feels right If it feels still all right to have a wide stance, then you can do that. But if it starts to feel like a little bit much or makes you uncomfortable in any way, then shorten the space between your feet. Inhale, curl your heart up and back. Exhale, take your hands down, step back to your plank. Inhale in your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra variation. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward between your hands. Bring your right heel down. Inhale, lift up, warrior one. So bend your left leg, roll your right hip forward. Press into the outside edge of your right foot and lift up through your waist. Soften your shoulders. Inhale, curl your heart up and back. Exhale, hands down to the mat for plank. Inhale in your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now inhale, bend your knees, look towards your hands. And as you exhale, bring your feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra variation. Exhale, down dog. Step your right foot forward, left heel down. Inhale, warrior one, bend your front leg. Exhale, hands to the mat, plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Step your left foot between your hands, right heel down. Inhale, rise up, warrior one, curl your heart up and back. Exhale, hands down, plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Now inhale, bend your knees, look towards your hands. And as you exhale, walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, fold. Now bend your knees, lift your chest, lift your arms, chair pose. Sit down a little bit lower. Squeeze the muscles of your legs. Breathe fluidly in through your nose and out through your nose. Inhale, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, chair pose, sit low. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. And then this time, exhale, stand up, arms down by your sides. Okay. So from here, take an inhale, reach your arms out and up. On your exhale, take your right elbow underneath your left, wrap your arms once or twice, eagle arms like we did sitting, but now we're standing. Inhale, and as you exhale, bend your knees like you're in chair pose, but with your eagle arms. Now stand on your left foot and cross your right leg all the way over your left. Now option one is to keep your toes lifted. Option two is to wrap your right toes behind your left calf for your full eagle. And then if you need extra stability in your eagle pose, you can take your right toes to the floor. Find your place. Find something to focus your eyes on to keep you steady. And then inhale, unwind your arms, unwind your legs. Reach out and up. Exhale your left elbow under your right. Wrap your arms once or twice. Eagle arms. And then bend your knees. Chair pose with eagle arms. And then taking our full eagle balance, stand on your right leg and cross your left leg up and over your right. And again, you have the same options. You can keep your toes lifted, you can wrap your toes behind your calf, or you can bring your toes down to the floor as a little bit of stability. Make sure your standing leg is bent. Now inhale, unwind your arms, unwind your legs, reach out and up. And as you exhale, fold towards the floor. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Now as you exhale, take your hands down, step your right foot back. Keep your heel lifted, and if you need extra space to accommodate your growing baby, walk your left foot out to the left a little bit. Squeeze the muscles of your legs and rise up to a lunge. So your back heel is lifted, squeeze your legs in. Again, you might still have a similar stance to what you had before you were pregnant, or you might have a shorter stance. You might not bend your front leg quite so much. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, take your left arm forward, your right arm back, and bring your right heel down to the floor. Warrior 2. Bend your left leg. Look over your left hand. And draw your shoulder blades in towards each other. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Right arm down, lift your left arm up and over. Stretch the left side of your body. On your exhale, take your hands down to the mat, step back to a plank. Inhale in your plank, exhale chaturanga. Inhale cobra variation, exhale downward facing dog. Breathe in and out. In and out. Now step your right foot forward between your hands. Press out through your back heel, squeeze your legs, rise up into your lunge with your right leg forward. Find your posture, find your stance. Lift up through your waist. We're going to keep your spine as neutral as we can. So if pressing all the way out through your back heel and straightening that leg causes you to exaggerate the curve in your low back, then we would rather have a neutral spine than a straight back leg. So put a little bend in that leg. Inhale. And as you exhale, open up warrior 2. Left foot down. Right arm forward, left arm back. Look over your right hand. Inhale, reverse your warrior, left arm down, reach your right arm up and over. Exhale, take your hands down to the mat, step back to your plank. Inhale in your plank, exhale chaturanga. Inhale cobra, exhale downward facing dog. Breathe in and out. In and out. Now inhale, bend your knees, look towards your hands. Exhale, bring your feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, fold. Now inhale all the way up, reach out and up, bring your palms to meet overhead. On your exhale, take your left wrist with your right hand. Press down through your feet. Engage the muscles of your legs. Inhale, lift the left side of your body up. Exhale, take it over to the right. And you want to be careful you don't put too much stress on your lower back, so make your legs really strong and lift your chest. Stretch the left side of your body. And then inhale up to center, and we switch sides. Your left hand takes your right wrist. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, over to the left. Make your legs strong. Press down especially into your right foot. Take your left shoulder forward, or shoulder blade rather, forward, and lift your chest. Stretch your right side. Now inhale up to center, and as you exhale, release your arms down by your sides. Taking another balancing posture, we'll take a dancer pose. So stand on your left foot. Okay, we're going to stand on your left foot and roll your right shoulder outward so your palm faces outward. And then bend your right leg and hold on to the inside of your right foot. We're going to start with your knees close together. Okay, reach your tailbone toward your left heel. Stand up tall. If your quadriceps are tight, you'll feel this as a stretch in your right quadricep. And if they're not, you might not feel anything. And then reach your left arm up. And this is option 1, stay here. If you're stable and steady, start to kick your foot into your hand. And just keep in mind that back bending postures like dancer are going to be different while you're pregnant. And so do your best to accommodate your body as it is. It's not going to go as far. It's going to be constantly changing, so you'll need to check in every day and see if it's still okay with this. Now inhale, rise up. And as you exhale, release. Feet down, arms down. Other side. Turn your left arm out so your palm faces out. Stand on your right foot and then hold on to the inside of your left foot, inside edge of your left foot. Start with your knees close together and reach your tailbone toward your heels. You might feel a stretch now in your left quadricep. And reach your right arm high. Okay. Now begin to kick your foot in your hand if you're stable and steady. You'll feel the muscles of your back begin to work. You'll feel an opening in your left shoulder and perhaps still a quadricep stretch in your left quadricep. Continue to breathe in and out through your nose. You'll feel a stretch across your belly. Make sure you don't overdo it with the stretching. Gentle stretching in your belly is good. Big, intense stretching, not so good. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release. Both feet, both arms down. Now inhale, reach your arms out and up. And as you exhale, fold toward the floor. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Now exhale, step your left foot back. Okay, so you're on the ball of your left foot. Inhale, rise up to your lunge. Exhale, open up to your warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, take your hands to the mat, step back plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in and out. In and out. Now step your left foot forward between your hands. Inhale, rise up to your lunge. Exhale, open up warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step your left foot back next to your right. Inhale in your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. From your downward facing dog, drop both knees down to the mat. Come up to stand on your knees. We're now going to take a camel pose for your back bend. Okay, and this is another one where just really pay attention and disregard how far you normally go into a camel pose, and pretend like you don't even know how far you can go into a camel pose. And so as we're moving into this, just be completely aware of how it feels in your low back, how it feels in your belly, and find where your new range of motion is. So when we're practicing, we're doing it to nurture ourselves, nurture our bodies. And now you've got another person that you're nurturing. And so make sure that you have made space for your baby in your practice. It's not so much about making progress right now as it is about maintaining range of motion and feelings of ease in your body. And so when we come into these bigger back bends, just really make sure that you are making space for your baby and not insisting on doing it as closely to the way you used to as possible. Because at the moment, that's not the most important thing. So start with your knees hips distance apart. You're going to take your hands to your low back. Okay. You're going to press the flesh of your low back down. Your hands won't really move, but you're pressing the flesh down. Now keep your legs strong, so press your shins down to the floor. They won't really touch the floor probably, but that'll keep your legs engaged. Now take your shoulders back and your elbows back. Lift up through the sides of your waist, lift your chest. Okay. Curl your heart up and back. Now take the top of your throat back. And this may be your version of a camel today. You can also go into an intermediate phase of camel, tucking your toes under. And reach back with your hands and find your heels. And if it's really cumbersome to get back here, don't worry about it. Just focus on the camel, getting your heart opening. Camel with your hands on your hips. And if you're feeling really open, you can go into your camel with the tops of your feet flat on the floor, as long as it is agreeable for your low back and your belly and everywhere else. And then we'll start to come up the same way you came in, with strong legs. Release your toes if they're tucked and sit back on your heels. Close your eyes. Take a breath in and out. One more time, breathe in and out. Now, we're going to take a second round of camel. So come up onto your knees. All right, knees about hips distance apart. Don't let your knees come way out wide. Take your hands to your low back and press the flesh of your low back down. Strengthen your legs, press your shin bones down into the floor. Lift up through your waist. Take your shoulders back. Curl your heart up and back. Take the top of your throat back and find your camel, your version of camel today. And then with strong legs, rise up. Sit back on your heels. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Breathe in through your nose and and out through your nose. Open your eyes, and now come to a seat. We're going to take your right leg out and bend your left leg and bring the sole of your left foot high on your right leg. Okay, I'm going to take your right leg. We'll take it out to the right and turn your shoulders to face towards your right foot. Now again, just depending on how big your body is at this time, you might end up folding to the inside of your leg, but if your body is not at all in your way, you can fold like normal over your right leg. So take an inhale, reach your arms high, sit up tall. And as you exhale, fold over your leg. You might easily take your hands to your feet, your foot, or your hands might be somewhere along your leg closer towards you. But scoop your heart forward towards your toes and fold forward. Inhale, and as you exhale, release. Come back up to sit. Now, take your right hand out and reach out, and you'll either hook your right big toe with the first two fingers of your hand in a yogi toe lock, or if your hand doesn't really come comfortably to your foot, or you feel like you're kind of squashing your side, then you'll take your right hand to your leg. So either way, lift your left arm up, and then reach it over. If you have a lot of openness in this posture, you might start to bend your right elbow toward the floor. But again, don't push it. Stretch through your left fingertips and stretch your left side body. And turn your head in such a way that you're not creating any additional tension in your neck. Inhale, rise up. And on your exhale, take your left hand to the floor behind you. Now lift up onto your left knee and reach your right arm overhead and get another stretch from your, push your hips forward and reach through your right fingertips. Inhale. And then as you exhale, bring your hips back down to the floor and switch sides. Left leg out, bend your right leg in, face towards your left foot. Take an inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, fold, maybe to the inside of your leg if you're bigger right now, or maybe just over your leg if you're not that different right now. We're going to fold forward, reach your heart towards your toes. You can also use a strap around your left foot, a strap to connect yourself, especially if you're having difficulty getting that opening in your chest, scooping your heart forward. Then using the strap will help you get the stretch and get the fold while keeping good alignment. Inhale, and as you exhale, release. Come back up to sit. Now reach out with your left hand. You'll either take your left hand to your left shin, or you'll take the first two fingers on your left hand and yogi toe lock your left big toe. Reach your right arm up and then over. Maybe bend your left elbow. Maybe you don't need to. Stretch your right side body. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, place your right hand on the floor behind you. Inhale, lift up onto your right knee, stretch your whole body long. Press your hips gently forward, stretch through your left arm. Inhale, and then as you exhale, take both hips back down to the floor. And now we're going to conclude with a little Savasana, some relaxation. So you're going to take your blanket, you're going to fold your blanket. You're going to come onto your left side and put your blanket between your knees and stack your legs. Use your left arm as a pillow and close your eyes. Gently release. Relax the muscles of your body. Let your breath be gentle and natural. Take our last moments in stillness and quietness.